Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Deer Corner. Glad to see you with me. Trying to catch up on some things. Been gone a few days. Got up, visited some family and looked at the old farm and the old farm pond and did a little fishing, did a little traveling. But getting home, time to catch up on some brush cutting. It got hot. I think it's 12:30, 1 o'clock, almost 90 degrees right now. So a little too hot for me. But I filled this thing up this morning. It holds about 10 gallons. I got about a quarter tank. I burned about 8 gallons this morning. And this thing, it'll eat. It'll do some chopping, but it sure likes the gasoline. But I was out, I don't know, about 5 hours. And listening to some podcasts while I'm going along. And heard a bunch of them back to back here talking about deer pressure, hunting pressure. And it really got me thinking. Got me thinking quite a bit. Some of them don't even know what they're talking about. Quite a few of them don't know what they're talking about. I've been hunting for many years, deer hunting, for over 50 years. You take a deer's lifestyle, especially during the late fall, early winter. Actually, a hunter or a human in the woods is just a small piece, a small fraction of the pie. Deer in the fall start getting spooky. Leaves are changing. Their living room's changing. And start out with the does, they're yearlings, the ones that have yearlings. The doe's going to shy away from her yearlings because she's going to be coming in estrus, coming in heat, get bred, start another cycle, life cycle. And that leaves the yearlings by themselves without mama. So they're going to be weary, shy, spooky. And a lot of them haven't seen fall yet. Haven't seen the leaves change, leaves falling, their terrain changing, the weather changing, getting colder. So they're going to be a little spookish. And your does, on the other hand, are going to run a cycle. They're going to come in estrus, start getting chased. Your bucks, they're going to start losing their velvet, start hitting, rubbing on trees, knocking their velvet off, start feeling their oats. They're going to start moving to their, basically their winter home that they know of. Your young bucks are going to start roaming around. Their living rooms changed. Both the does and the bucks right now could take a step and eat, take a step and eat. Of course, like now outside, 92 degrees. They're bedded down somewhere cool. They don't have to worry about it. They'll graze all night long. It gets hot, they lay down. But in the winter months, in the cooler months, they can't do that. See, and that's a stress. But another factor of it is deer have to start scavenging for food. And that's very stressful. There's no stopping and eating, stopping and eating. They're going to have to scavenge for it. Colder weather. There's a lot of factors involved coming into hunting season. The deer are stressed out. There are no predators for a deer in a tree. I don't know very many hunters that jumped out of a tree and run a deer down. the predators are on the ground. When all the foliage is off, they're really spooky because then they start standing out more. They can't hide as much. So the predators are out there, can do the same thing and see them a little better. So they're on their toes a little more than what they usually are, like today, out there today. And like I said earlier, a hunter or a human in the woods is just a small piece of the pie as far as deer hunting goes. So, hunting pressure, really there isn't any. Every human, like an animal, has a different scent. One guy, he may have fried fish in his house. Another guy may have fried chicken the night before. Another guy may have meatloaf. And I hear a whole lot about, well, I wash my clothes, I put them on, and get in my truck and go hunting. But even then, everybody has a different odor. And hunting private land as well as public land, with all the pressure that's going on deer at the time of hunting season, and they have a lot of it, if you sit back and think about it, there's a lot of it. They're competing now, not only with each other, but they're competing for food. And you go out in the woods during hunting season, and hunting in a stand or a ground blind. Now, I hate hunting calm days. Calm days to me is the hardest to hunt. Your scent will saturate an area, and it'd be like a mushroom cloud on a real calm day. Your scent just starts expanding out like a big mushroom, and the deer can walk into it, and it won't walk actually through it. It will have that scent for a good distance, and pretty well could pick you out. And I like a 3 to 5 mile an hour breeze to where your scent, if the breeze is coming from the south, your scent's going north. Or if the breeze is coming from the north, your scent's going south, and you can set up accordingly. But if it's calm, you're stuck. Whether in a stand or a blind, your scent's just going to mushroom out in that area and saturate it. But there again, your scent is different from another hunter's scent. So 200 yards down the line, 300 yards down the line, you got another hunter with a different scent. And so forth, so forth. But that deer is going to come through and hit one scent, move a little bit, hit another different scent, and he's going to start being a little wearier than what he already is, or she will be, because there's different scent out there. They don't know you're going to hunt them. No. The deer don't get together in a little community and say, hey, watch out over there, there's a hunter. He's hunting with a bow, stay 75 yards away from him, you'll be safe. Or, hey, that hunter over there is hunting with a gun. Get 100 yards, you'll be okay. He can't shoot very well. Deer aren't like that. They don't know you're hunting them. They have no clue you're hunting them. You're just a scent in the woods, just a small fraction of that pie in the woods. So, and I understand trying to be scent free. I try to do the same thing to keep it down as much as I can, but you can't. It's impossible. You hear people, the cover scent. Well, personally, I don't think that works. I tried it, been around it. You do things right, I watch deer walk right under me, right by me, no problem. But cover scent, this is my way of looking at it. If my living room wall is yellow and I paint it blue, all I did was cover the yellow. The yellow's still there, so all I did was cover it with blue. So my scent, and I spray something on me, I still have my scent, but I covered it with something else. And if your scent is still there. After a period of an hour or more, it doesn't matter. Your scent has accumulated a certain area. So the deer come by and get one scent, get a different scent, get a different scent. That's how you hunt. You could be doing everything just perfect. You can be picture perfect. But then the hunter down the road sneezed or coughed or something and spooked the deer. And got that deer leery about what's in the trees. And he's going to start looking. So he comes upon you, catches a scent, a different scent. Well, what happened up the road, he's going to start looking up in the trees and that, looking around to see where that scent's coming from. But deer aren't dumb. But they're not smart enough to know that, hey, he's a hunter. He's going to shoot me. No. And deer aren't going to learn to read and write either. But hunting pressure. To me, is no such thing. Human scent in the woods. Yes, I can see that. And like I said earlier, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I agree with a lot of them. Some of them I totally disagree. Deer aren't that intelligent to know that you're hunting them. Hunters in the woods is going to change how a deer's lifestyle is going to be. It's how you're hunting, how you're sitting, where you're sitting, what you're doing. That's going to make the difference of your hunting. Yeah, too many people in the woods in a small area. Yeah, that's going to make a difference, a big difference. And that's my idea. That's my thoughts of what they call hunting pressure. Actually, it's human pressure, not hunting pressure. The humans are in the woods, where they're usually not in the woods. It's just like this morning. I'm out mowing brush, and out whacking weeds with this thing here. And it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Two does were over off the side. And I didn't stop. I kept going. They didn't flag. They didn't jump, nor did they run. So evidently, I didn't have brush cutting pressure on. I guess according to some people, you got brush cutting pressure for deer now. But I just turned around and they wandered in the woods. Then I got down around the corner, got around the edge, cut the edges and looked down, and I just watched them cross the creek, go up the other side, walking on their own, no running. So they knew I was there, knew what I was doing, but they also known that I wasn't a threat. So if you're not a threat, that's the way you should hunt, your hunting style, how you hunt, your technique. And for some of you, I know you probably disagree, but that's the way it is. I've been hunting for years. And just go ahead and leave me a comment, subscribe. I'll get back with you. And always remember, when you're in the woods, be safe. You'd rather be safe than sorry. And I'll see you again.